Hi there, Evan here with Marker Strategies, coming to you live on Thursday, June 22nd, 2017, with some morning thoughts here for you. Has anyone seen what's been going on in the Chinese debt markets lately? I mean, since the end of 2016, they've had negative credit growth year over year ever since. And the price action of their banks? Yeah, I'm be thinking. We've done a few videos on this, and I really haven't touched this topic in a while. Let's see what else we found out. There's an article here from a couple of months ago from the South China Morning Post by Andrew Brown, who's a partner for macro and strategy at a fund called ShoreVest. Chinese debt creation is up 150% in the past 6 years. Debt as a percentage of GDP, in total it's at 250%. And then non-financial corporate debt, it's 150% of GDP. And here's the shocking part. The credit to GDP gap as of quarter 1, 2016, it's at 30%. I mean, these are some small tidbits in the article. I will list the full article in the description down below here. It's from a few months ago. But what does all this mean? It's the same story we've seen in most other countries around the world the last 5 or 10 years. The system's over-levered by 30%. Meaning, for the growth they've had, they have 30% too much debt in the system. And this is starting to hurt them? Absolutely. I mean, I have some more stats here for you. The borrowing rates for the banks have gone up 150 basis points since November. A full 1.5%, they're up since November. They're lying at about 4.5% now, which is basically the same rate they're lending out to the people at. Now let's tribute to this. We all know about the amount of fraud that's been in the Chinese economy. I mean, it's always been there. I mean, it's gotten really bad the last 5 years. I mean, for example, there was a dairy company out in China called Huishan. You can Google it up, Huyshan Dairy Holdings. I mean, Zero Hedge actually did some great work on this. They go to investigate their books. They find out 90% of the cows they had didn't even exist. I mean, the Chinese housing markets, they're starting to slow now. I mean, what happened to Huishan basically happened to a lot of companies out there. You open up the books, and they lied to the banks to get the loans. And look how much overbuilding has been going on in China in the last couple of years. I mean, they built buildings for no one to live in them. I mean, what, half of the units that were built in the last 3 or 4 years in China are vacant now? Not good times here indeed. The price action in the banks will tell you more than anything else. The year-over-year gains in the Chinese housing market the last 6 months have been really going down precipitously, especially the last couple of months. Like, I don't think this is going to end well for them. There's no way this is going to end well for them. I mean, it's always tough to bet against China because, you know, the communist capitalists they have over there. I mean, they seems to have so many levers they can pull over there, right? But how does this end well for them? You've seen the price action in their stock market the last year and a half? I think it can have its own way. I mean, they're saying here soft landing at about 6% in GDP growth. I mean, they were growing at about 10% 3 or 4 years ago. It's down to about 6 now. I see it hitting 5 easily. I mean, with the amount of credit that's in the system, I mean, 5 might even be overstating it in the long run. Because for the economy to pick back up, even back to about 6 or 7, yeah, I am aware that the Chinese government wants the economy to be more consumer-based, and there's been certain companies out there that have done a good job with that. China Mobile, I mean, you can think of JD.com to name a few, but when you have this much debt in the system, and even the consumer end for the mortgages, how much lying do you think there was going on there with incomes? I think a lot of these people that got the loans are even making money to begin with? It's plain simply, the banks got duped here over in China. No other way to explain it. I mean, at the end of the day, with all the numbers I see here, with the way the stock market's been acting, the way the banks have been acting lately, how much slowing there's been in our housing market the last 6 months, how the growth rate in credit has now been negative for 6 straight months. I mean, it's down, 3% now year over year? It's going to be a hard landing in China. There's no other way around it for them. Yeah, I know the government can always pull levers. I don't see how they pull any levers out of this. I mean, even with the capital controls that are in China, they're just flowing the money into cryptocurrencies to get the money out of the country. Even the rich know it's coming. Kind of tells you a lot, right? So to go ahead and conclude, with what's going on in the Chinese banking system, there's going to be no way it's not going to be a hard landing. All there is to it. Again, I hope I'm wrong, but with what's going on and what's been going on in the credit markets the last 6 years, how much it's overinflated, how growth there is turned negative, and how levered their system is, a hard landing's coming. Stock market knows it. The rich know it. It's a foregone conclusion almost now, unfortunately. What I'll do here is I'll go ahead and leave it at that. If you like what you heard, upvote the video on VidMe and or hit that like button on YouTube. And again, follow my channel on VidMe at Market Strategies and or subscribe to my channel on YouTube at Market Strategies for more reports like this one. Have a wonderful day, everybody.